And we are recording. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's my favorite time of year. Time to start growing. So I've been getting ready for the growing season, and I've made an expansion on the back of my greenhouse here inside the garden. And I've made this expansion so I can grow more things that can be grown outside. And so in doing that, I had to break into new soil. So we're going to talk about amending new soil. And so when you look down here, what you're going to see is a lot of mushroom compost. And this is really great stuff. Now, if you look out there outside of the fence, you'll see that that's kind of like yard, And so when you first come in here and bust into this new soil, you run through with a tiller and bust that soil up, as many of you will know. And you get it loose, and then you bring in mushroom compost, or you can bring in cow manure and horse manure. You can go to your farm and get that, and that's fine. But one of the things I like about the mushroom compost is that it is broken down to be really fine, and it goes into your soil better when you till it in. And so what this is horse manure, cow manure, and they grow mushrooms in this at a place called a mushroom mine. It's called the Boyer's Mushroom Mine in PA. And when they're done with certain amounts of soil or dig into places, then they go ahead and get rid of that and start the cycle over, and then you can buy that off of them. And because it is broke down well, it goes into the soil quick and easily, and then the nutrients come out of it really quick. And that's good for if you're breaking a new piece of soil up. That's really good, so that you can grow in it instantly or quick in that season and have nutrients in your soil. I love this stuff. In my case here, where I live, it wasn't expensive. I got 5 yards for $200 delivered. That's not expensive. And so I've taken and laid it down here heavier, and I'm getting ready to lay it down over here heavier, and then I'll till this in really well. You can take this mushroom compost and you can stick it straight in a raised bed, and you can plant stuff right in the raised bed and without tilling it into anything, and it'll grow your stuff great. So I'll talk about like how the Amish do this thing. The Amish take, and then they clean their barns out. They pile a pile up somewhere on their property, and they just keep piling it up and piling it up. And then over the years that breaks down, and then they come in with a skid steer and remove the top of it to stick in another pile, and then they pull that black dirt, that black broken down dirt, out of the bottom of that pile, and they put it in their raised beds in their gardens and what have you. And I'm going to tell you, they can really grow some stuff. And so I kind of learned that from them, but then I just like the mushroom compost. It's easier to work with. One of the things I do when I till this in is I'll take and this is agricultural pelletized lime. See if you can see it right here. Easy to spread pellets. And I'll get a handful out. You can see it here. It's just pellets of lime, and it slow releases. So you can put a good bit of it on without burning any of the plants. And so it releases in the soil, and that lime breaks loose the nutrients in your soil so that the plants can suck it up. And I can tell you that in clay soil, clay has a lot of nutrients, but it doesn't come out of the clay easy. And so when you put pelletized lime on clay, it breaks those nutrients out of the clay so that plants that are grown in clay can suck that nutrient up, because otherwise it doesn't release out of the clay well. So I went ahead and did this scene right here. The one more thing I want to talk about is, if you're going to lay any type of fertilizer down, you want to go easy with it. Like, say you have a spot that isn't growing well. I start off, I'll approach that with, say, like 10, 10, 10 that I'm looking at right here. And this is just, simple fertilizer. I'll get a handful up here so you can see it. It's just simple chunks of fertilizer. You want to go with like 10, 10, 10 to start with. You don't want to get too carried away. Like, you wouldn't want to be putting on 30, 30, 30 or some 20, 30, 30. You want to start out light so that you don't burn plants. And so if you're going to, now I won't need to use this fertilizer probably in this patch that I'm doing right here, or for that matter, anywhere else. because I've taken this mushroom compost and put it in all of my greenhouses and all of this piece of property, and I can just tell you it's full of nutrients. So I'm really looking forward to growing here in Pennsylvania. It's slow to start off, kind of, even with greenhouses, because I don't heat mine. But I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm just getting this project kind of to the end of it yet. And I will be making more videos as this season progresses, and they will be under Greenhouses 2021 in the YouTube channel. Okay, well, that pretty much covers this video today, and I hope everyone's having a great day, and I hope everyone's gonna grow something. I don't care if you put a pot on your porch and throw a tomato in it. Grow something. You'll find it rewarding, and the stuff you eat off of it, you can't get it any better than that. Okay, talk to you later.